All right. Good afternoon from Tallahassee, Florida. It's a bit chilly here. You can see I'm wearing my cardigan. All right. So this video is just to beg you. I want to beg you. I really want to beg you, and for you not to give up in this your scholarship also. There is a price to pay. Okay, and I will tell you a lot of things today. I think I have a few minutes to spend. There's a lot of things that go into this scholarship also, and some of them can be discouraging. For example, cold email is one of the things we do, it's one of the things we talk about, right? But sometimes when you don't get a response from the professor or you're not getting a positive response, it can be discouraging. It can discourage a lot of people. Another thing that gives people headache is recommendation letter. When you are trying to get someone to write recommendation for you, you are going to their office, you are calling them, sending messages, doing all these things. They can be very tiring. They can be discouraging. And a lot of people can feel like, oh, why am I even trying to act? Why am I even trying to do these things? I'm tired already. I can't keep up with this. I can't continue with this. And you just keep saying that because indeed it's a long process and it has multi step. It's multifaceted. Let me use the word. It has different steps that you need to overcome by themselves. Each of them challenging. Is this searching for schools? It's not easy to search for schools. You are searching for the schools every night. You are online trying to search which school has assistantship, which school have funding, trying to look for professors and the like. They can be very tiring. But I want to tell you at the end of the day, when the full funding comes for you, the reward will be worth it. The reward will be worth it. And eventually, when that happens, you will forget about all the struggles of this present time. So I'm telling you, please don't give up. There is a price to pay for that scholarship, and that is what you are paying now. Also, keep on hustling. I know some people are preparing for GRE, for example, and then you've been doing practice questions, and then you just keep coming up with less than 300, or you're not getting the right thing. I want to say, don't give up. Keep burning the midnight candle. Put so much effort into it. I'm telling you, it's an effort that has a timeline. It's if you do this for the next 6 months, for example, in fact, you don't even need to do it for the next 6 months. Most applications will close in February, by February next year. So you just have this 5 months, 4, 5 months thereabout. Just put in that effort. Okay. Don't give up. For some people, it may mean that you have to go and prostrate to your to those who will write recommendation letters for you. For some people, it will mean that you forego your favorite season of your favorite movie that you watch every night, and you keep writing your SOP, keep rewriting it, keep pushing, keep rewriting it. Because I tell you, like Fatima said here, she said, it's so overwhelming. It can be so overwhelming that sometimes you'll feel like, okay, I give up, I'm not doing again. But I tell you, if you give up, you will not have the story to tell at the end of the day that, oh, this is my story. A quick story of how mine began. When I started searching out for scholarship I thought will be easy to get in somewhere in the east, let's say China, some other those other countries, and they were not forthcoming. I would keep writing this and that, writing um, a lot of things that were not forthcoming. I thought, okay, maybe South Africa would be easier. And started trying to do South Africa, and I realized, okay, nothing is really easy in the real sense. Let me just focus on the US. And I had a plan for myself, and I started doing it one by one, started taking it off there, then just start taking it. Oh, GRE ticked, TOEFL ticked, SOP tick, oh, recommendation letters ticked. I met a lot of my lecturers. I will go to UI. I finished from UI University of Ibadan. I will go there, speak with them, meet with them from office to office. I'll be going from office to office to greet them. They know me already. But I don't just want it to be from text message and all. Of course, we communicate via text messages. I send them messages almost every month, like Happy New Month, blah, blah, blah. But we're going at those times, I will go from office to office just to greet them, to show myself physically. it can be that demanding. And they knew me eventually, of course, by faith, and I liked a lot of people, a lot of lecturers writing for me. So eventually, when those requests for recommendation letters were coming to them, it was easy for them to write for me. In fact, a lecturer said it to my face, a professor said it to my face. The professor said, like, I've been writing a lot for you. The professor has been writing for me. He said it to my face during one of my greetings, when one of my time with him in his office. I've been writing a lot for you. Like, it's tiring. That I hope this one that you are doing gets approved, like, so that you can just go and leave the country. A professor said that because it can be tiring for them too. And for you, sometimes you're thinking, I don't want to bother them again. Maybe I should just stop applying. Don't stop. Don't stop. Keep pushing it, keep giving it your best, because eventually when you share your story, it's going to be worth it. It's going to be worth it. So a lot of all these things are time consuming. They will consume your energy, they will consume your resources. Don't give up. Don't give up. Is it preparing for GRE? A lot of you guys are working already. You have your own job that you do, and you still have to study for GRE. You still have to study for TOEFL. You still have to come back home studying at night, studying during the weekend when others are having their fun. I tell you, don't give up. Don't give up. This is a sacrifice that you need to pay, and you are paying it. Okay, you are paying the sacrifice, and it will be worth it at the end of the day. By the time you look back many years from now, let's say in the future, to 5 years, and then you have finished your master's, your PhD, you will look back and say, thank God I didn't give up. For some people, it will be getting your transcript. Oh, for some people, once you go past that up, they're like, finally. Because the transcript collection for some schools is like passing through hell. I want to tell you, if your school is like that, if it's like passing through hell for your school, please pass through that hell. Pass through it, because your children will be grateful that you pass through that hell for them. It will affect them positively in the future. Positively, they'll be able to look back and say, oh, thank God my daddy came here to study. That's why I'm here, living here. Don't give up. Don't give up. Fatma, I will come to your questions. Okay, I'll come to your question. Don't give up. That is the admonition I have for you. I am begging you, literally begging you. Don't give up. Now, at this period when a lot of schools are coming out, and then you are still trying to search for schools, confusion might set in, and you're like, I don't even know where to begin. Just calm down, relax, take it one step after the other. You already know the first thing is you search for school, you search for the professors, you search for their research work. The next thing is to mail them. It's not compulsory, but it's good to send them an email to ask, oh, would they be willing to take students? The next thing, you are searching for application fee waiver. That's one thing to do. The next thing is to start writing your statement of purpose. The next thing is to start reaching out to your professors who will write recommendation letters for you, preparing their mind. I know the next thing, once you gather all your documents, is to what? Apply. And once you apply for that school, you have to it. You just wait. All you have to do for that school is to wait for a response. Okay, and then you do the same thing for another school. The cycle begins again, and then you're recommended that's right for you once you apply, and the cycle continues again. So I want to tell you, don't give up. If you are overwhelmed, take a short break, a break of just sleep for one night. Sleep for one night. You're not thinking of anything. Then when you wake up, put pen to paper. Okay, this is the step I have to take. I know this is overwhelming. This is what I have to do. Give for yourself a task for the week, a task for the day. That's some of the things I do, even at the level I am in quotes. Not that I'm anywhere because I still have a lot of things I want to do, a lot of aspiration. I have a lot of calls I want to make. I have a lot of text messages I will still send. I have a lot of emails I will still shoot out. I've been shooting out emails too. Okay, so we need to get that. So some of the things I do is for the week. I say, okay, this is what I want to do for this week. I must make sure I achieve this. I must have called this person. I must have gotten a response back from this person, this person. And for every day, I have those little tasks that I want to do. There's something big I want to start doing too now. I've been most of the things I've been doing has been writing, doing all those stuff for scientific writing. Not so much scientific writing, but just to make it readable for someone who is a layman, so to speak. And those are some of the things I'm doing now. I have a plan of things to start doing now. We started with one project I did, I think, 2 months ago, and then I was able to present in a conference. Now I'm moving on to another thing. Even though I'm still working on that, I'm moving on to another topic just to write on this. And then I have people I will send it to. I have my idea to this and me, but I've tried to break it down into pieces. What I want to do, what I want to do. So that's the same thing you can do. You want to say, today I need to send message to Professor XYZ. And when you do all these things that you have for a day, when you achieve that task, there's something in you that comes as a sense of fulfillment. Even though you've not achieved the whole thing, which is to meet yourself in the United States, studying whatever you want to study. But because you're able to tick that task for the day, there's something that happens in your body that's kind of gives your body a reward. It gives your body a sense of fulfillment, a sense of achievement. So all those thoughts overwhelming you, all those thoughts dragging you down will not be there at that moment, because for that day you have ticked something. And that is the way to stay committed. That is the way to stay what's the word, motivated for the remaining task. And of course, it helps when you have a group of people around you going through the same thing. And that's why from time to time I come up here to talk to you about things you should do, things you can do. And by the way, if you have not subscribed to this channel by now, you are very wrong, very wrong. So that's why I come from time to time to talk about things you should do. You will see people commenting, people who are doing the same thing with you. It encourages you, like, oh, there are people in my stage too. There are people who are facing this thing with me. Some people are in the same WhatsApp group. They see people commenting, doing all these things. Some people, when I make tweets on Twitter, on X, people come on there. They say what they are doing, or how they have gotten this application. I'm usually delighted when I see the conversation under some of those tweets, how people are encouraging each other and say, oh, I got this waiver from XYZ. Someone said, DM me, let's talk about this, let's do this. This is the way you stay motivated. If you say, oh, I just want to do it on my own, I don't want to bother anyone, or I don't want anyone to bother me, I just want to stay in my own cubicle, my own little corner, just press doing your hand on the computer, blah, 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 I can do it, you will get tired. You will definitely get tired. So I want to encourage you, work with people who are like-minded. But hey, whatever it is you have chosen to do, don't give up. Don't give up, because you will look back and be grateful that you didn't give up. So don't say, oh, I'm just okay, I'm contented with what I'm just doing. Yeah, oh, that is enough for me. Well, if this scholarship wala is too much, I cannot cope. Please don't give up. I beg you. Now beg at the beg. Now beg at the beg. Now God at the take beg you. Let me look at some questions. Fatima, you have questions here. Please, your official transcript will be ready in February. Oh, that is when you will have your graduation. Can you go ahead and contact professors with unofficial transcript? And now, yes, you can use, in fact, for many schools, you can use unofficial transcript to apply, Fatima. You can use official transcript. You don't need certificate to apply to schools. Okay. You don't need, of course, it's good for you to get a certificate, but you don't need it to apply to schools. What they want to see is your transcript. They want to see, and the reason why they're interested in your transcript, they want to see, oh, do you have the prerequisite courses which you have taken for you to qualify to be able to take this course? So they want to see some of those courses you have taken, and they want to see that you actually passed your courses, and then the grade, blah, blah, blah. So it's your transcript that you need, Fatima, not your certificate. So you're saying something about how do you include your CV when you say so far your what do you call it, transcript is ready, then you have graduated, okay. But if you be graduating, if you have graduated and you have your transcript, that's what you need. And you can use your unofficial transcript for many schools. Some schools will say once you get the admission, send the official transcript, and by February, I mean, you get response back for some schools in February, March, thereabouts. So you'll be able to get your official transcript by then. Did I answer your question, Fatima? I want to be sure I got it right. And if it is that you'll be graduating, if the situation is that you'll be graduating next year, you can put your date of graduation in your CV to say 2018 or 2021 to 2025, just or to present, and then put in brackets expected date of graduation. Okay. All right, Amos, you're saying you're in third semester for your MSc program. You want to convert back and start? Yes, you can start applying. Since I can apply for my transcript for the two previous semester. Yes, you can start applying. In fact, with your BSc that you have already, Amos, with your BSc, and then with the 2 semesters that you've done already, yes, you can start applying for your PhD program. Yes, and then you can write that you are in your 3rd semester. If you are reaching out to professors, you can write that you are in the 3rd semester, you finish XYZ on so date. If you are applying directly in your SOP, you can include that you are in your third third semester, and you'll be finishing. Mention when you'll be finishing. Okay, so you can apply. Definitely, you can apply. Precious, okay, thank you, doctor. I needed to hear this today. The journey, yes, yes, the journey can be overwhelming. The journey can be overwhelming. John, you say thank you for the kind words. Yes, yes, yes. I just wanted to encourage you because honestly, it's not easy. I can imagine how hard it looks. I remember there was a time I was in the UI. I was okay. I finished from you. I was working then. I was with my wife. We were not married then. We were um, engaged then. So we're just walking through you, and I was just ranting, just complaining, complaining, complaining. You know, when the man is crying inside, I was crying inside of me because those things were not working out. I was at the verge of giving up. I was just complaining. My wife was just calming me down. She was trying her best. I was just talking, 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 saying all manner of rubbish that should not come out of a believer's mouth. I was just because I was frustrated. I was tired. I was so tired. And thank God for the type of woman she is. You know, she gave some very beautiful words. And then I was encouraged again, like, okay, I can keep moving. I can keep doing that. I don't have to give up. Because at that time, I was at the verge of giving up. So I understand how a lot of people feel. Honestly, I understand. And I would say, don't give up. Please try your best. Keep hustling. Keep pushing. Every day you wake up, let it fill your mind. You know, just like this scholarship. Oh, I must buy, I must get it. Pray, of course, pray about it. But keep pushing in the work, pushing in the work every day. Before you sleep, what have I done about this scholarship thing today? Oh, I didn't do this. I forgot to send a message to this professor. Oh, I forgot to work on my SOP. Oh, my transcript, I've not gotten it from my school. Call someone. Someone should help you visit the transcript office. Someone should help you do that. Do all those things. Okay, you can do it. I believe in you. All right. So, John, you're saying schools that don't require the GRE, should I just include this, add the score to my CV and my SOP? If they don't really require the GRE, if what they have said is that they will not use it, then I mean you can include it in your CV, but it doesn't really make much difference to them. Maybe unofficially, someone may look at it and say, "Oh, this guy is smart." That's if you really have a good score. Okay, but if you don't have a good score and the score already said they don't want GRE, don't shoot yourself in the foot by putting your GRE score there, especially if it's lesser than 300. Don't shoot yourself in the foot. Okay, don't shoot. But if they say it's what's the word now? It's not mandatory, it's not required, but will be considered if submitted. Oh, and if you have it and it's a good score, submit it. But some school will say they will state it explicitly that we will not consider it even if submitted. So you don't need to submit it in that situation. I hope that is clear, John. So, Fatima, you are saying with your unofficial transcript, the final semester results are all not in. If the final semester results are not all in, you have to clarify that. When Fatima, when will the final result be in? When will the unofficial transcript be completed? When will it be complete? Okay. Are you trying to say that you will not graduate until have you graduated the first? I think that's the first question, Fatima. Have you graduated? Have you graduated? So Ola Oshibikon, you've been mailing professors since the beginning of this month. At least you are getting some response, which is progress, even if it's not a positive response. That's progress in its own, on its own. Okay. So what I would say is number one, don't give up. Number two, if you have sent them a message and then you've sent a reminder, and after like a week there's still no response, move on to other professors. As simple as that. move on to other professors. However, that also should not stop you from applying to those schools, because sometimes the admission committee will just pick you, and then you then meet the professor later when you get to the school that, oh yeah, this is me, I made you XYZ, or I just want to join your research group and not go into stories. That's one. Those are things you can actually do. Okay, those are things you can do. All right, all right, all right, all right. I'm waiting for Fatima to. When have you graduated, Fatima? I'm waiting for you to respond. Uh, okay, but let me just assume you have graduated and then they are yet to compile the final result, the final semester. I would say you can use it with the caveat and okay, I've not graduated. I completed last month, so by January end everything should be ready. But can I? But I can take the transcript. Wait. Have you? Are you trying to say you finished your 400 level, but you just finished your 400 level last month? So by January ending, the results should be ready. I get what you're saying now. Okay. So if you use that, make it known that your result is not complete, and then you can you can write all the other courses that you took in the last semester. In the last semester, you can write all those other courses um, in just in your what do you call it now, SOP. You can write something like which paragraph should you, in one of the paragraph you can just include the name of the courses, or I also took in my final semester, which has not been included in my transcript yet, uh, XYZ. You can say general relativity, special relativity, comma, tax and clinical, comma, finance and clinical, comma, blah and blah, and then just mention when it will be ready. Simply put, or you put that in a special place, in that there should be a place in the application where you can have either comment or special thing. Just find a way to impute that. If you'll be using, if the schools you're applying to have this is the idea. If the schools you're applying to have close deadlines, for example, December, okay, and if you use that transcript which you have, make it known that that is not complete, a complete transcript. The complete transcript will include all these other courses, and that complete transcript mention when it will be ready. Okay, so you have different options of going about it. A way to intelligently include it in your SOP, or you send a message directly to the graduate coordinator. I will also advise that even if you put it in your SOP, send a message to the graduate coordinator to let them know when it will be ready. They can open the portal for you again so that you can submit it when it is ready. Or the graduate coordinator will ask you to send it to him or her as an email when it is ready. Okay, so those are some of the things you can do. In a cold email, you don't necessarily need to go through all these details, because in a cold email, the first thing you want to do is to catch the attention of the professor, right? That's a major thing you want to do, and then you want to list. You don't want to. You are not doing going to stories. You are not submitting your SOP to in a cold email. Most likely, the only thing you need in your cold email is your CV. Some professors may now say, okay, submit your what do you call it to transcript. In that case, you can explain, okay, and say these are some courses that you are here to take. But in the first initial contact for a cold email, you just want to go through your research skill, your research experience, how it aligns with the professor's own, how you think you can add value to what the professor is doing, and then how it will help you professionally too. You just want to go through those quickly, and then ask if the professor has space in his lab, or is able to take in students, and ask for a moment to talk more with the professor. Okay, you can explain it definitely if the professor asks for more information, ask for your transcript, or if you have a video meeting together, you can explain, talk about it in those regard. Yeah, Amos is saying, in respect to your previous question, do you have to email the schools directly, or should you email the program? And I'm done with 2 semesters of your master's program. You can do either of the two, actually. You can do either of the two. Mm, you can do either of the two. But it won't be I believe it won't be a problem, because it's a master's program and then you're in your third semester. You can mention it to your to the professors you are sending emails to. Is what you can do. And of course, when you mention to the school directly, though I would have preferred the coordination more with either the graduate coordinator or someone in the department, because they are the ones who will choose candidates and make recommendation to the graduate school. Yeah. Oyewolo Ashon, you're saying you're currently applying for Erasmus scholarship. Motivation letter is a big task. I want to say this for your motivation letter. Try to break it down. What do they want? Okay. I know Erasmus Mundus gives instruction on what are the things they want, what those things they want are. So figure out those things that they want and try break it down. Try schedule your and try schedule your paragraphs to answer each of the questions or each of the points that they have raised. Okay. Currently, I won't be able to help you review because a lot is going on with me too. I know it's been a long time I reviewed the SOP for people, but we'll see. I'll resume sometime soon. But Oluwaseun, what I would say is to use their template. And if they don't have any template, I have a video which I made on writing statement of purpose. You can use that idea too. It will work. Okay. Go through that video, and then in that video, what I did, just type statement of purpose on YouTube, put my name there. You will find that video. It's a very popular video. So what I did in the video is to explain what goes on into each paragraph, 5 paragraphs, what goes on in paragraph 1, paragraph 2, paragraph 3, blah blah blah. Someone here is saying they can assist you to review your motivation letter. Peter, you should see the comment there too, so you guys can reach out to each other. Yeah. So, but if the Erasmus Mundus, I know they usually have an outline. They usually have an outline, but if they don't have, go through that video I made. Honestly, if you go through that video I made, I went so detailed into each paragraph, what goes in it. I give example, so you'll be able to write example from your own. The only thing you may now have problem with, it will not be content, it will be grammar. That may be the only thing you have problem. And grammar is easy to solve. By the time you read it 3 times or 4 times, you will pick out grammars. You send it to a friend to just look through it for you. They will find out grammar, but the content will be there based on what I explained in that video. Just search for statement of purpose, writing a statement of purpose, Samuel Ajayi. You will find it. If you search it from YouTube or even from Google online, you'll find it somewhere there. But someone is also saying you should see his message. Peter is saying he can help you with some things. Emmanuel, how can one draft a statement of purpose and personal history without repeating same information? I mean, there's a way. The interesting thing is you are passing almost the same message across, but from different perspective. Personal statement is from your own personal history. Statement of purpose, not necessarily your own personal history, just about the motivation for the work, the not the motivation that does not come from personal story, that does not come from personal history, the motivation from the work itself or from the effects of the work. Okay, now that's our statement of purpose. So statement of purpose will focus on the work, on what the future of the work will look like, on what effect it will have. Personal statement will focus on you, what you experienced, okay, that made you interested in this, what you experienced that made you interested in this, and then what you want to do with it, what you will do with it at the end of the day. That's just the two perspective, the two different perspective. So of course there will be sharing of similar information, but you are just attacking it from different angles, basically. Okay. So Fatima, does it mean the grad coordinator is the best person to explain how my transcript isn't ready? Yes, you can explain to the graduate coordinator. Yeah, you can explain to the graduate coordinator is what you can do, and of course to the professor when there is already a good communication. You can do that too. You can do that too. When there's a good communication with the professor, you can do that too. That's something very good to do. Oh, it's 30 minutes already. This is what's the time? Yeah, 2:05 p.m. Yeah, I should leave. All right. I know Peter and Sean, Sean, you guys will find a way to reach out to each other. Maybe I'll wait briefly till you guys figure out how to reach out to each other. Or send. There's no DM on YouTube. I know they will work on this anyway. It's something they will do soon. It's something they will do. Let me see. All right, thank you guys so much for joining in. You guys can try and reach out to each other, maybe on on I don't know how to connect you. Maybe on Twitter or something like that. Or exchange phone numbers or something like that, or email or something like that. All right. But for you guys, thank you so much for joining in. It's 30 minutes already. I really appreciate you. Please share this video with someone who 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 share this video with someone who needs it. Subscribe if you have not subscribed. Please do that right now before you leave. Do that right now. God bless you. Very good. Have a nice time.